Suicide has touched my life in a lot of different ways. For me personally, struggling with depression my entire adult life, and bipolar illness and the up and the down of that, and having ideations more often than what's comfortable. For me as a middle-aged man, especially in Wyoming where middle-aged men complete suicide at such a high rate, and where the stigma attached to mental illness, to bipolar, to suicide is so intense in the state called the cowboy state, where we cowboy up, we pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, and I don't say that disparagingly at all, because that's also resiliency for a lot of people, is that cowboy up mentality, and it is a big part of our culture and our fabric. But at the same time, what is exciting about AFSP in Wyoming is that it's a grassroots movement. It's about the people, and the solutions are in the people, and people creating those conversations, and just subtly and collectively making it okay for 50-year-old men to talk about, I am depressed, and it's not a sign of weakness. So that's why I'm involved, is to create that conversation, to hopefully lead to that community cooperation and that collaboration to make a difference, to reach out and save a life, to save lives. One of the reasons why I'm safe today, for me, is because I have a wife who sees my ups and my downs, if you will. She sees when my risky behaviors are potentially dangerous to me, and I have friends who see that. And so when that support group, if you will, or I like the idea of a safety net, when you have more family, friends, and family's not just blood, but when you have that, my at-riskness is much lower than what it was when I was 30 and struggling mightily. What we found, I think, in just the last year or so, maybe year and a half, is that there are a lot of local brilliant efforts, brilliant approaches to suicide prevention in this community or that community. That's part of the excitement, I think, is our chapter, the AFSP chapter for Wyoming, being that glue that brings all those local efforts together so that we can support and supplement those efforts, not take them over, not add to, but be that glue that brings all the efforts together for a unified voice, because we all have the same goal, and that goal is to reach out and save lives.